2019. Boy, has this year been a lot to handle. From just trying to keep my grades up in school, to hanging out with friends, and just even dealing with issues involving my family. Stress can pretty much come from anything and anywhere. The time when I had been the most stressed in my life was when I had just begun high school. I had a very important project for my English class, involved so much time and so much effort. I remember sitting in my room looking at my monitor, and I just sat there. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I just stared at a blank screen for hours and hours and hours. When I finally knew what I wanted to do, I had no direction. I had no idea where I was gonna go, how far my idea was gonna take me. That was definitely a moment in my life where I felt the most stressed.
Well, a moment where it caused me stress is when I first got to high school. I didn't know anybody, and it caused me stress because I'm not a people person. I get shy when I talk to people. I didn't overcome it, but some people offered me a seat at the table, and they basically offered me to be with them, so I just went with it.
Well, a moment for me where I was very stressful is this past 10th grade year. We have a personal project and it takes up our whole year, and if we don't do it, we don't graduate. And the whole process of me completing it and executing it and showcasing it really stressed me out because I wasn't really on top of my game like I should have been, and I procrastinated a lot.
What caused you to procrastinate?
The fact that I wanted to do it, but I physically couldn't think of something to do because I had to do something art related and I couldn't think of anything to draw. I had no inspiration, so I just put it off.
A moment in my life that was really overwhelming and stressful, though it's sad, had to have been when I was told the news of my cousin having committed suicide, which honestly terrified me. I honestly wouldn't know what to say to someone who deals with stress the same way I do. Probably to go to someone, talk to them, so get help with what they're dealing with, so they can have someone who can help them. Because in a way, I don't really talk about it with others. I just try and deal with it myself. So maybe a way to help someone is to go to someone else to ask for help.
Have you realized that not going to someone is difficult for you?
Not really. Normally when I go to people, I vent my feelings and it does help. It's never been difficult. I just choose not to at times because it's beneficial in my case, but then it might not be the same for somebody else.
Well, I experience many moments of stress in my daily life, but a lot of it has to do with the fact that I am an artist that has a full-time job, and I'm a performer. I perform music, I do theater, but then I also run a large program at a major nonprofit here in Philadelphia. And so the stress always comes from balancing schedules. You can't please everybody, trying to maintain a career while also trying to maintain, a basic standard of living. I think anyone who has a lot of stress should educate themselves as to the effects of stress and what it can do to your health, because it is very real. It can cause illness, it can cause unwanted weight gain, it can cause all kinds of issues. Knowing that I have a family that suffers from heart disease and has these hereditary ailments, I think about that and I try to educate myself, and I think that's what other people should do, is know what the symptoms are.
I want people to understand and to realize that they're not the only ones that deal with stress, because there are thousands and millions of people in this world that could be going through the exact same stress that you do right now. Who knows, they could possibly be stressed right now. But sometimes we have to remember that all we can do is just breathe.